Hello and welcome to ThinkTech Hawaii's Business in Hawaii program. My name is Kathleen Lee with Kathleen Lee Consulting, and I am your host for this afternoon. On the show today, we have my good friend Earl Solidum, and I'll have him introduce himself. But I actually met him almost about a decade ago, and he started out as someone who was my personal trainer. He's then gone on to start his own business. But before I go on and on, welcome to the show, Earl.
Hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for having me on this show. I'm honored to actually be on this show. So to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a UH Manoa graduate. I have a degree in kinesiology. I've been a personal trainer for about the past 18 years. So for me, I actually started at the Central YMCA, the one on Atkinson. So I started there as a personal trainer. I actually interned there and became a personal trainer. A few years later, I became the manager. And then a few years later after that, I actually became the Associate Healthy Lifestyle Director. So running the fitness programs at the Central YMCA for like 13 years. For me, I'm also a former powerlifter. I held state records in the bench press and deadlift competitions. I actually represented Hawaii in the world competitions, finishing as high as first place in the competition. So I'm, pretty proud to have represented Hawaii for those world competitions. I'm also a marathon runner. I've actually run 5 marathons, and I was hoping to do this year's, but apparently got canceled, unfortunately. But I'm still an avid runner. So I founded 808 Fitness to be a personal training company, right? I wanted to focus on the golf fitness as well as weight loss and post rehab training. Those have been like my biggest clients. The golf, the post rehab, and the weight loss clients. Those have been my biggest go-tos for my business. I guess going over some of the credentials I have. I am a master fitness trainer through the National Federation of Professional Trainers. I'm also a Titleist Performance Institute certified golf fitness instructor. It's a long title, but basically I'm certified by TPI to teach clients how to be fitness-wise a better golfer, to help prevent injuries, to be able to identify where you need work on when compared to your PGA pros. So the assessment we do is very comprehensive, and I'll show you where you're at and then where you are compared to where the pros are at, and I can show you how to get there. So yeah, that is I'm also a licensed massage therapist. I forgot about that. So yeah, so my clients like that. They like the yes, whole package.
So all that is that's a lot, right? You do a lot, but they all go towards the line of physical training, physical fitness, right? What inspired you to start 808 Fitness?
So 808 Fitness started back in 2008. I wanted to create a brand that people can associate exercising the right way, and for me, the way I think of things is if you have that strong foundation, then you have a better chance of losing weight, achieving whatever your fitness goals are. It's that strong foundation that you have that can allow you to do things a lot more efficiently, right? Preventing injuries, helping preventing injuries, so if you don't do it the correct way, if you don't have a strong foundation, there's a chance that you can hurt yourself, and no one wants to do that, right? So it's good to learn the basics and know how to do exercise properly, right? Basically, 808 Fitness is here to promote fitness the correct way, and that's through having a really good, strong foundation. And so that's what I like to promote to everyone, is just get your foundation right, and I think you'll have success in your whatever your fitness goals are.
Okay, great. Well, a lot of the individuals that we have had on ThinkTech, we've tried to tie in, what they do, in their professions with the current environment right now, which, as you're aware of, is, COVID-19 or the pandemic. You had mentioned to me previously that you have started doing Zoom trainings to accommodate individuals that, were your clients that were turning to you for physical fitness training. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Okay, so COVID-19, it's a first for everyone. We just don't know what to expect, and it changes day by day. But we do know that, it's dangerous, and especially for people who are at that category of being high risk, right? Have the underlying conditions that may not be good if you contract, the COVID-19. So instead of going one-on-one, face-to-face, we had to transition into doing more virtual. And I think a lot of businesses now, they're transferring over to a more virtual type of business, right? So with us going from face-to-face to face-to-computer, for us, it was a really easy transition. You're just basically seeing me in front of a screen, but at the comfort of your own home, right? So if you feel like, I don't feel comfortable, with people around me, but I still want to keep up my fitness, and you should, doing virtual is just a really good way to go, right? So if you can do that, if you're comfortable turning on your computer, seeing your trainer face to face or face to computer, then you can still keep up your health and fitness goals. You still achieve those fitness goals. You just don't want to, okay, COVID's here, I need to stop exercising because I'm afraid. That's an excuse, and that's an excuse that can be easily remedied by just doing a virtual call. So one of the trends I'm seeing is when people now are going online, it seems like people are getting used to it really, really fast, and they're liking it. So, the couple benefits they have is I can work out from home. I don't have to worry about people around me or really, having a higher chance of contracting COVID-19. You don't have to worry about that too much because you're at home, right? People ask me, do I need a lot of equipment? You don't need a lot of equipment. You don't need expensive fitness equipment. You can get away with inexpensive things such as bands. You can buy a foam roller, a yoga mat. If you want to get a little bit more fancy, you can get like a TRX, which is a suspension training system. And again, all these equipment, it's not a lot of money. It's actually really affordable, and the equipment nowadays, it's very, very it's very versatile. So that's why I always recommend everyone, just buy some small stuff. It doesn't cost a lot, and you can do it, comfort of your own home. And if you don't have any equipment, because a lot of places are sold out now, you can use your body weight. Your body is X amount of pounds. Now it's just a matter of using your body to do a lot of exercises. And, I used to teach a long time ago, I used to teach a class called Extreme Boot Camp, and it was basically a full body workout. No equipment, just what you have is what you're using to work out. And it was a really, really good workout. You do it at the comfort of your own home. So that's what I like about that kind of, your versatile, your options. And you should know what your options are.
Well, that sounds pretty convenient, but I'm sure not to be like, hey, raining on the parade here. But I'm sure you ran into some challenges with Zoom training, right? Like offering your service over Zoom. So what are some challenges that you have encountered, and how have you addressed it so far?
Okay, so a lot of my clients, they're 60 and up. I would say majority of my clients are 60 years young and up. Okay, so the transition to going from face to face to okay, now I got to start up my computer, my tablet, or whatever else it is. Getting used to that is one thing. So adjusting more to technology, but also being able to work with someone face to face or face to computer. Using that technology to continue to exercise. Just the thought of itself, it's like I'm used to doing face to face, but now I got to do face to computer. That was one challenge to get people to realize that just try it, you may like it, right? So that was one challenge. Just some of them aren't that tech savvy, but eventually now we're starting to get in a position where we kind of know, okay, we have to do this, we have to adjust the technology because it's safer that way. We have to do business with Zoom, whatever else platform you use. You're almost forced into it, but it can be a good thing. And then now being able to continue your health and fitness journey through virtual meetings. I mean, for the ones who actually made the jump to get on it, they love it. They love it. We have fun. It's not like working out by yourself. Some people like to have that extra voice talking to them. Some people just feel like they're so confined, to their house. They can't really go anywhere. Now to have your trainer talk to you, anyone else to come and talk to you, and you achieve your fitness goals, you get a good workout in. That is one way that we actually overcame it. But the ones who've gone on it really enjoy it, and they like having the extra time of not having to, drive anywhere or whatnot, right? They like having the extra time and doing it at the comfort of their own home.
Okay. So we titled this segment Wellness Beyond Physical Fitness. And so let's start with that. Why is physical fitness important? And how is it crucial to maintaining other aspects of ourselves, like the mental, emotional, all that other stuff that, that we should be paying attention to? How are they all tied in?
Um, it's it's almost like keeping your sanity almost, again, like I mentioned, how we're stuck in the house and we're so cramped in and we only hear whoever's around us. Some people live by themselves and they don't have much contact, or maybe phone, but not too much face to face. So being able to hear another voice really helps out. Just having someone else ask, how's your day? How's everything? Everything okay? Did anything exciting happen? This is what happened to me. And, it's exciting to have that voice, right? So, I mean, just in general, you can't stop exercising because COVID-19, right? You just have to know what your options are, and basically how to continue to do it, right? If you don't exercise, your clothes are probably going to fit a little bit more snug. You might gain some pounds. We want to be able to continue so we're not at that high risk level. We want to stay away from that level as much as possible. So for us, we have to be able to continue, and staying healthy is a big factor in trying to be resilient to the COVID-19.
Great. Well, we are actually going to go on break, but after we come back, I do want you to go over what you mentioned to me, which is diversifying your services. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but let's talk about that when we get back.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Rusty Komori, host of Beyond the Lines on ThinkTech Hawaii. I was the head coach for the Punahou boys varsity tennis team for 22 years, and we were fortunate to win 22 consecutive state championships. My show is based on my book, also titled Beyond the Lines, and it's about leadership, creating a superior culture of excellence, and finding greatness. I feature a wide range of amazing guests who share valuable insights about how going beyond the lines leads to success in everything you do in life. I'm looking forward to you joining me every Monday at 11 a.m. Aloha.
Welcome back to ThinkTech Hawaii's Business in Hawaii program. We do want to let people know that if you are listening or viewing us out there, you're able to send over your questions to us, or even if you want to say hi. I know we had Shannon Kaneko say hi, so hi Shannon. Earl says hi as well, so see, we're both saying hi. Continuing the conversation. So we were talking about diversifying your personal training business, and you want to offer more. And one thing that you mentioned, which I think is it's actually pretty groundbreaking, is tying that in with real estate. So go more into that and your plans for that for your business.
Okay, so this is first, and I am glad to be announcing this, and especially to the viewers of ThinkTech Hawaii. So in the next few months, we'll be rolling out a service that will help people find homes that will allow them to live a healthier lifestyle, easier. So the easy part is the key. So nowadays, it's all about longevity. So longevity, being able to live a healthier lifestyle, being able to eat healthy, to be able to exercise, to stress less, to sleep better. It's good and the intentions are good, but how about if you can find a place that you can call home, that makes it a lot easier to live that healthier lifestyle, to be able to have your environment, be able to accommodate to whatever you need, whatever your fitness goals are, but at the comfort of your own home or your own environment, right? So we want to be able to make it as easy, as convenient as possible. We know a lot of times, we'll hear the excuses all the time. It's too far, the park's too far, I don't want to walk there, it's raining, or I don't want to drive. After work, I go home, I'm tired, I don't want to exercise. But what if we can create that environment where for you to work out, for you to eat healthy, sleep better, whatever else it is, if you're in that environment, you're surrounded by the environment, and it's very simple to do, wouldn't you think you'd be more than likely to be healthy, to live healthier, to have all those options right in front of you, right? I mean, I would think if I didn't have really much of an excuse, I would probably do it. I have more options and less bumps in the road, less excuses. That's what I tell my clients. It's all excuses. Everything's right there for you. You can do it, right? So being able to promote that, no matter where you're at. I cater a lot to beginners, people who've never really exercised or don't know what's around them, because those are the ones, if I can attach myself to them to show them how to create an environment, how to exercise, eat healthy, whatever else it is, right? If I can show you exactly how to do it in the comfort of your own home or in your surrounding, I think you will be successful and you can hit those fitness goals. But it starts off from home. So if you can find a place, if I can help you find that place to be able to live that healthy lifestyle, that longevity, whatever else you deserve, I'd be more than happy to do it.
Okay. Well, you've crossed off a lot of milestones in your life already. And real estate is a completely new start for you. So how are you, because now you're starting over. So how are you going about this? And what is your mindset going into this?
It's knowing every single neighborhood and what's around the neighborhood, right? So you have to know what your surrounding is. So it's not just, here's your house, this is the stuff around it. It's okay, let me show you what you have. This is stuff that you can walk to. This is the things that are around you that can keep you active. The park's over here, it's approximately a half-mile warm-up or whatever else it is, right? You know where the grocery stores are. I'll show you, okay, this is your surrounding, this is what you can do, right? This is all your options. And, be able to walk you through it, right? We don't want to just hand you the keys and say, hey, go at it. It's like, no, let's take it that next step further and be able to show you everything. right? And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to show everyone, these are your options, this is how to do it, and this is how you can live a good, healthy lifestyle.
Okay, well, speaking of, we do have a viewer question. Um, and a viewer says, I like to jog around the park, but I don't like jogging with my mask on. And I completely understand that. I feel that way sometimes as well. Do you think I can jog without the mask, or is there an alternative?
Um, I I've been jogging with a again I've ran 5 marathons. I'm an avid runner, and it was a challenge. I started running with a mask on in March. I used those regular masks that you see, that everyone has, and it was a challenge. For me, it kept sticking to my face, and I think once it gets wet, I don't think it's as effective anymore. So there are companies out there, and I actually have one. I think it's called Vent Mask, and it's a plastic mask that actually goes on. It's pretty secure, but it doesn't stick to your face. The molding allows it to stay off your face, and it actually has a PM 2.5 filter in there. So my problem was I couldn't get it off my face, and it just got wet. So there are certain masks out there. You have to do your research of which ones that have the filter in there, and it stays off your face. And for me, that was the biggest thing. As far as alternatives, or not alternatives, I'm sorry, jogging without the mask, you can. Um, I don't, me personally, I like the elevation training, because I know once this is all over and you continue to train with your mask on, once you stop doing it, your cardiovascular system is going to be through the roof. So you're going to have such great cardio conditioning. So when people use the mask for strength training, for working out, for running, whatever else it is, you have to know your limits. And you have to start off easy. Start off with a walk. I started off jogging, but I just went at it, and it was a challenge. But if you're starting off, I would recommend just going for a walk, then going for a jog, and then increasing your mileage from there. For me, again, it's still a challenge for me doing 5-6 miles with the mask on. It's still a challenge, but I know I can feel my cardiovascular system just really increasing. So again, start off slow, know your limits, and take breaks whenever you need to take break, but work your endurance up.
Okay.
Good question. Thank you.
That was a great question, because even I'm like, well, sometimes I take it off if I know there's no one around me. So thank you for addressing that, Earl. As far as the pandemic goes, which is related to that question, since now we have to wear masks, let me just put these two questions that I have together. Are there any challenges that you're running into in your particular profession due to the pandemic? And have you seen a shift in what people are asking for in regards to the services that you offer?
Okay, a shift. Again, like I mentioned, we're going from face-to-face to virtual. So it seems like everyone is starting to go more virtual classes, virtual personal training, virtual coaching. It's just the safety of doing things at your own home without having to worry too much about the COVID-19. And that's where I'm kind of noticing everyone going, leaning towards, right? As anything, businesses and whatnot. So more of the virtual stuff. Again, that's also a problem, because like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people are hesitant to do more virtual things, right? The tech that you have to do, that you have to know. I learned Zoom for the very first time during this pandemic. I've never used Zoom before until now, and now I use it all the time.
And now you're on it.
I know, now I'm on it. So yeah, I mean that was definitely a challenge, and so for me, one of the other shifts that I'm seeing, I'm getting a lot more golf fitness clients. They're saying, hey, look, at that one point where the golf clubs were closed, they're like, I still got to keep up my conditioning. And for us, it's like, okay, let's get you golf conditioned so that you can, as soon as the golf course is open, you're able to go out there and not lose where you were before. So the golf fitness guys have been a really big shift for me because you can do it online, you can do it face to face, whatever. You don't need a lot of equipment for those guys. And I can, it's they want to still try to drive 20 yards further.
Which is what I'm trying to get. So, when you have time, you let me know what I can do to drive 20 yards further. But to close this out, let's go ahead and go over about 5 tips that you have for individuals that are listening or watching this program.
Okay, so for me, everything is in moderation. You have to do everything in moderation. I mean, that includes exercising in moderation. So exercise in moderation, eating is big, and you have to do that in moderation. Your five snacks and meals a day. Stretching is another one. Please get a good amount of stretching in. We tend to lack that as much as possible. Get that in. Sleep well. Get a good amount, at least 8 hours of sleep if you can. Take naps in the afternoon. And ultimately, with all this, try to stress less. It is what it is. We have to learn how to accept it and just try not to stress too much because that takes a lot out of people.
Was that 5? I wasn't even counting.
It's 5.
Yeah. we are going to say that is 5. And on that note, Earl, thank you so much for joining us. Let's close this up. If people want to get a hold of you or if they want to find you online, where do they go to?
You can email me at 808fitnesshnl@gmail.com or on my website, www.808fitness.com.
Okay, thank you again for joining us. And for everyone tuning in, that was Earl Solidum, Master Fitness Trainer, 808 Fitness. Again, I'm Kathleen Lee with Kathleen Lee Consulting. If you didn't catch this live stream, you could go over to ThinkTech Hawaii's YouTube page. So we'll have that on there as well, archived. Thank you again for joining us. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.